Good afternoon. Briefly, uh, briefly, I want to speak about Graeme Souness. Currently, he's the pundit on Sky Sports, and basically, just really, the representation that he has of being very old school, being very traditional, at times being very snobby or very critical of things that that are in this current generation of football players, as he was a former player himself. Um, and Most notably in recent times, he's been he seems to be, for some bizarre reason, always taking shots at Paul Pogba. And I think there has been a bit of a back and forth between them. Um, I think Pogba didn't he didn't directly address him, but he just said that he didn't know who he was when he was asked about him during an interview. And so Graeme Souness said, "Put your medals on my table. Put your medals on the table." And I think, and Graeme Souness was certainly a great player in his heyday, back in the late '70s, '80s. He certainly was a great player, most notably for Liverpool FC, when he won 5 league titles and 3 Champions Leagues. So there's no question his accomplishments as a player on a club level, especially. Um, he certainly deserves his respect. He hasn't had such a illustrious career as a manager, however. You know, he's pretty much seen as, one of the main reasons for Liverpool's downfall, Liverpool's decline as a great football club from the 90s onwards. Because, for 30 years they've not won a Premier League title. And they should win it this year, but of course this coronavirus is stopping everything. So, but that's another subject in total. But the point is, Graeme Souness certainly has had his ups and downs. Most notably, probably his most down year, downward stint in his manager career was with Liverpool, as they were expected to compete for the title, but due to injury to certain players like John Barnes, and due to making signings that didn't turn out well, he does deserve some credit for his time during his time at Liverpool as a manager. I think he should get some praise, some positive feedback, or just some praise, looking back in hindsight, as he brought through young English players like Stephen McManaman or Robbie Fowler and others, and also they won the FA Cup. So there were positive parts of Graeme Souness' reign as the manager of Liverpool FC, but for the most part, overall, it was a disappointment, and it was very underwhelming. He would often have arguments with from former players who were part of the staff and recruitment, who often criticised his tactics that he was making, and Graeme Souness would have them banished from the premises because he felt undermined. He would get into arguments with staff members of the under 23s, or yeah, it was really disappointing. But the point is, since then, he's managed Blackburn, Newcastle, Benfica, I believe, and I'm sure I'm missing out on another club. But the point is, he certainly, personally, I think he is a good analyst. I think at times he says the obvious, but he's not. He's a decent analyst. Not the best. He's not better than Roy Keane or Gary Neville or Jamie Carragher, but he's a good analyst, and I believe he's the oldest analyst on that panel in Sky Sports, and he certainly has a very blunt attitude towards certain things, and his bluntness may clearly, he has always been there from when he was a player, and so he's someone that we can appreciate, but at times rightfully criticize when we feel like he's out of pocket, criticizing a certain player for no reason, and yeah, he certainly has his value when he's making his opinions known about actions a certain club should take or a certain player. Yeah, definitely. He's very very overt in his opinions, and he certainly likes to be the guy who tells things, who says things as it is, just like Roy Keane, which is probably why they have a good rapport together when they're both on the panel analysing football games. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Take care.